Okay, welcome back to the class. Now, in today's video, we are going to be looking at the future value function in Excel. And then, of course, the future value function is a financial function. The future value function is used to calculate the future value of an investment or loan based on periodic or constant payments, and it's at a fixed interest rate. So there's a video that I've done that is on present value. So if you want to know more something about present value, just go into subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course go into the video sessions. You will see the video on present value. Now, the future value is useful for retirement planning, saving projections, loan repayments, and of course investment growth analysis. So the syntax is rate, number of period, payment, and then the optional values of the present value and the type. So what it means is that for you to calculate a future value, you must have a present value. How much are you investing now to get the value in the future? Then the future value calculates value from savings, investment in the future. It supports both periodic contribution and lump sum of investment. It works with related functions like present value, payment, and rate. And of course, it's useful for financial planning, saving goals, and loan repayment. Negative value there represents outgoing payment. So anywhere you see a negative value in the formula, it means it's an outgoing payment, investment, or deposit. So the future value is a powerful tool for forecasting savings and investment growth over time. Now, let us look at the Excel worksheet for some examples on future value. Okay, so now we have this question that says you invest 200 per month, can be dollars, can be whatever currency, at an annual rate of 5% for 5 years, with payments made at the end of each month. So this is very specific. Okay. Now, so investment value is this, duration is this, and rate is this. So we want to calculate the future value. So we will say equals FV. So we pick our rate, and because we are saying it's a monthly investment, then we are dividing by 12. There are 12 months in a year. So the rate is at annual rate of 5%, but you want to calculate the monthly rate first. Okay. So the number of period is 5 years, and that means that you want to know the rate and the value of the number of years in years. In months. So it's going to be 60 months, and that's why you are multiplying 5 years by 12. And then the payment, because you are making a regular payment of 200, then you are going to have this 200. And because it's a payment, we put a minus sign. So to indicate that it's outgoing. It's outgoing. Then the next is we put a comma. Then the next thing is, do you have a present value? No, because you are talking about payment. You actually don't have a present value, but you have a series of payments that will be made over time. All right? Then we have type. So because the instruction says end of each month, so we'll pick the type as 0. That's the default. And then we hit the enter key. So we have a future value of this amount if we are making an investment of 200 per month for 5 years at an annual rate of 5%. Okay. So you see that the formula has element of 12, 12, and that's monthly. So don't skip this if you are doing a monthly value. Once there is a present of monthly investment or whatever, calculate your rate at monthly rate, calculate your number of period at also monthly, so that you will know how many months of this. So sometimes some people will do it here before even bringing it to this formula. So it's just about knowing, it's just about knowing the number of periods you are dealing with. So they may want to just pick this 60 directly into this place instead of taking it from there. So whichever way you feel convenient, you should do. Okay, and this one too, some people will do this, will just do this and then pick this value directly. So this is the rate they are calculating with. So this is the monthly rate, and this is the number of months. All right. So that's just to make clarity of why we have this 12 and 12 here. Okay, now let's talk about future value with an initial investment. So you invest 10,000 maybe dollars initially, then you add up 500 per month for 10 years at an annual rate of 8% with the payment at the beginning of each month. Okay, so you already have your values stated there, so you are going to use them. So you have future value. What's the rate? And the rate is monthly because there's an element of monthly contribution. And then your number of periods is 10 years, and because there's element of monthly contribution, you are going to calculate them in number of months. Your rate is going to be monthly rate also. Then payment. So there's an element of regular payment per month. So you can put that in a negative value because it's outgoing. Okay. Then your present value has been given. So fantastic. So you pick your present value, which is your initial investment. And okay. Then your type. The instruction says at the beginning of the month, so the type will be 1. So the value for beginning of the month is type 1 in the function parameter. So just hit the enter key. So this is what your future value will be. With this initial investment and adding this per month for 10 years at this discount rate, this is what you are, at this rate, at this annual rate interest. So that means interest rate added. Okay, not discount, but interest rate added. So you are going to have this amount in 10 years. So you may want to consider doing investment in this line, saying, okay, so if I put this money and I put this regularly and I work with this interest rate, then I'm going to have that amount at the end of 10 years. So if it worth your investment, why not? Okay, so when you're talking about future value, you'll be talking about interest rate. Okay? When you're talking about present value, for instance, you'll be talking about the rate of return, annual returns. Okay? And then sometimes you also calculate interest rate based on the returns that you get. Okay? So that's where we are going to stop on the calculating future value using the FV function. So see you in another session when we'll be looking at another function. Bye for now.